This brings me to the lifestyle factors that can affect your immune system. Stress is the main thing. So nowadays, with the way that society is and the demands on people and the pressure that we face, multitasking, trying to do everything at once, this creates a lot of stress. And also the sedentary lifestyle that we follow. People aren't as active as they were in the older days when they had more, say, manual jobs. There's a lot of office-based work, people sitting around a lot and generally not being as active. So the stress combined with inactivity can create a big problem and suppress your immune system. When you're stressed, you have essentially a message going from the brain to the adrenal gland. Now the adrenal glands are small glands about the size of a grape. You have one above each kidney. Now that gland is incredibly important in the functioning of the body and the syndrome of adaptation. So the adaptive process, the way we respond to stress. So this message goes to the adrenal gland, and the adrenal gland will produce cortisol, which is a very important stress hormone. Now cortisol, it's a steroid hormone. So the steroid actually reduces inflammation in your body and also can reduce allergies and histamine. Once the cortisol goes up, that will feed back to the brain and tell the brain, okay, I've produced enough cortisol, you don't need to stimulate the adrenal gland anymore. But the problem is that if you're under chronic stress and you keep stimulating the cortisol production, cortisol is high all the time, then that cortisol will suppress your immune system. So that has a immune suppressant effect. So it has benefits and also negative effects, because you don't want your cortisol to be high for too long. So how can we reduce the cortisol stimulation and minimize the harmful effects? Essentially, it's by reducing stress or minimizing our exposure to stress so you don't have prolonged chronic stress. Now, a good way of doing that is by exercising. So if you're at work and you've been stressed and you do some kind of exercise, some aerobic exercise, that will help to normalize your cortisol levels. Also, relaxation techniques. There are things like autogenic training. Again, loads and loads of studies. The German system, which is essentially autosuggestion, which has been shown to reduce your cortisol levels or normalize your cortisol levels, reduce inflammation, and also improve immunity by reducing your cortisol and relaxing your body. And there are lots of other things. There are things like Qigong. Qigong is fantastic for this reason. Tai Chi, yoga. The key is to find something that you actually enjoy and you will actually stick to, so that you can practice every day. So a combination of aerobic exercise and some kind of relaxation techniques like Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, autogenic training, I think that will make a huge difference to the state of your immune system. And also going to bed before 11 o'clock, because your adrenal glands fire up again at about 11. You get a second wind, and you don't want to be awake at that time, because you want the adrenal glands, the whole body, to recover so that you can cope with the next day's stress. So the key is finding ways to minimize stress.